So,
Hmm.
welcome. It looks like it's just you and me for now. I don't know when Girishi will join,
Okay.
but as we have discussed, I think we will try this new format uh, from this session. We will
Yes.
focus on a particular word, and I feel that this is a very good session to start and focus because we have discussed, we have zeroed down on the word earth. And the lines that I have shared
Yes.
last week, it was basically Earth's response to the arrival of dawn. So I think it's a
Yes.
wonderful time that we explored this particular word. Uh, so without much delay, let's start.
Okay. Uh, so, as you see here, what I did, I selected Earth, and it's only in the Canto 1.
Yes,
And here you have all the lines, for example. So we
yes.
can jump to the first line, for example. And what I did also in addition is this generate summary. And here I have a parameter where I can change. And
Okay.
here is the text, what it is doing, or what the AI should do.
So I have this app open on my side also, but for some reason I'm not able to see the temperature parameter. Is there any
Yeah,
way
no,
I could?
you are right, because I put this in another uh,
Okay, okay,
link.
okay, no problem. Then
Therefore,
maybe I'll follow what you have done today.
yeah,
Okay, okay,
I think I can do the changes later in new version. But I wanted not to or let's say to destroy the old version.
okay, okay. Makes sense. Sure.
Hmm. Um, can you read
Yes.
that
Based,
sentence?
yeah,
Yes.
based on the following texts, excerpts from the book Savitri provide a concise summary that connects the key themes related to the words earth. Do not mention the words themselves in the summary. Focus on the underlying concepts they represent within the provided text. Cite the source page for every key point using the exact format, page 10. I'm afraid I didn't understand this much. So, so what exactly AI is trying to share here? It just looks like AI has just pointed us to particular line or
Um,
particular pages.
now, this is now the prompt,
Okay,
and with this prompt, the AI will analyze all the sentence.
okay, okay,
That means, in other words, we can also easily change the prompt. If you think
okay,
there is something not fine, then we can change it.
okay.
And
So, based on this prompt, shall we
yes,
analyze certain lines? For example, 26, Earth felt the imperishable's passage close, and air was vibrant link between Earth and heaven. These two lines, or maybe these three lines, 26, 26, and 27,
yes.
is something I'm truly interested in. So, is it possible to generate a summary for these three lines?
And in that case, not in the moment, because um, um, it selects only Earth, and I cannot select, in that case, special lines.
Okay.
Um, that would be something in addition. So what I can do is I can make a summarize of all the lines, and then these are also included.
Okay.
Or what I can also do else is here I can select some other lines. Then or some other words, uh, but then I have to find, okay, which are both. But for example, I can Earth select, and then I can also say, okay, take only that one, which is nature.
Okay.
For example, then we have heart is the pressurable,
Persuade.
pressurated Earth, nature's
Nature's
change.
only a vague earth nature has the frame. Okay. Then in that case, can we select earth and heaven? I
Yeah,
have a
here. No?
okay. So we have this air was a vibrant link between earth and heaven. Okay.
Okay, now for that I can make the to generate.
Okay.
Um, but in that case, um, you see, it's only one line, so that means it makes not so much sense because you can usually not do any much summary out of that. But we can start and then we can see what is the outcome. And we can start to understand.
So earth has a manifest existence and the heaven as a transcendent domain. Okay. I asked you to choose two words because I knew that we would get only one line. And I just wanted to see what happens if we have just one line. But we can do it for. So now, if we deselect heaven and if we select only earth, then it will generate the summary for all the lines which were mentioned.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay,
But
then let's
now
try that.
let's try something else.
Okay.
But the first question is now, makes this sense for you, this line?
Yes. Yes.
I'm a little bit surprised, honestly. So that he recognized, let's say, what is the understanding of earth and what is the understanding of heaven.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
So that he says, okay, that's the transcend domain, heaven, and the existence. No?
Yes. And also for the air, because it defined air as a dynamic medium which functions as a vital connection between the manifest existence and the transcendent domain.
Yeah.
So even in Shraddhavan's video, she uses similar words, not exactly same, but she describes air as the only connection which connects earth and the heaven. And
Yes.
these are the very precise words for this, that what intention she said that Sri Aurobindo used these words in that line. Uh, I just wanted to see this because it's also a part of a process that we are kind of proofreading the validity of the summary that AI is generating, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it really falls in similar lines in which Shraddhavan has explained it. So it's wonderful to know. That's why I just wanted to start with one small line. Maybe we can
Yes.
try with two lines together, or maybe something more. We can
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
experiment now.
That's
But
fine.
yeah,
Now I want to change the temperature and see what comes out again.
perfect, perfect.
because then we can see the difference.
Hmm. I think but it kept the essence, what I feel, a vibrant link. The air is defined as a vibrant link instead of dynamic existence,
Mhm.
and physical and divine planes instead of mortal, what do you say, material existence and the transcendental domain.
Yes,
So I think those simpler words are used, but I think the essence is kept. It didn't
the essence
change.
is it's kept. That's true, but I think he is now more closer to the line, for example,
Yes.
in his description. Now, when I change to two, let's see what then comes out.
Hmm.
Now you see,
Hmm. An active element serves as a vital connection, bridging the terrestrial plane and the celestial domain. Hmm.
so I don't know exactly what is celestic. Himmlisch, okay, heaven. So in that case, I found the best with one.
I think, yeah, yeah. I actually like temperature zero as well. Uh, when it was absolutely zero,
Yes,
I also liked that one because it was very simple, and as you said, it was very closer to the actual line. But I don't know how
yes,
much explanation we will give if the line is like, for example, if we check the line athwart, there was Earth there, right? Um, Athwart the vain, enormous trance of space. So if we select Earth and space, maybe we will get this line.
yes.
And
I have to. Ah,
yeah,
in space. Okay, now we
we have
have two
two lines.
lines, but
See, that's good. That's good.
yeah. So then we can also say summarize.
Okay. So the first line is when we are describing a dawn. Line 23. Athwart the
Yes,
vain, enormous trance of space, its formless stupor without mind or life, a shadow spinning through a soulless void, thrown back once more into unthinking dreams. Earth wheeled, abandoned in the hollow gulfs, forgetful of her spirit and her fate. So
yes,
I am little struggling to distinguish, uh, in summary, where the explanation for this particular passage that I just read stops and where the next meaning begins. Because the line 31, all came
yes,
back to her, is when the Savitri wakes up, So it comes much later in the
yes.
canto. So it's a slight struggle for me at this moment. Maybe if you can help me with the.
Um, so of course, this passage here reference only to that page.
Okay.
Hier die 1. Okay, and it's refer to, let's say, um, uh, of the vast in the end.
Hmm.
Enormous trance of space, it's formless, stupor without mind or life, a shadow spinning through a solid void, bound back once into unthinking dreams, Earth's veiled abandoned on the if. Okay, so that
Okay.
line describes, in my opinion, um, that there is this unconscious and the vastness.
Yes.
So I have the feeling it refers to that enormous trance of space, formless stupor without mind or life. Yes, one can think about it.
One thing I noticed that whenever it's explaining, it says page 23, page 23. So that means that first two lines, so till this sphere of is forgetful of its inherent purpose and destiny is about
Yes,
the first. So, and then the third one, and serves as a stage for fundamental struggles and prolonged agony of existence. A figure
yes,
of profound pain should be of page 31. So basically, they
yeah,
have come. So basically, AI has combined these two lines in Savitri and generated a combined summary.
exactly. Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Now, if we change the temperature with this, maybe if we can.
yeah.
Hmm. For me, this was easy to understand.
This one. Hmm.
Yes. Because one, because there is more explanation given. When temperature
Ye-
was zero, uh, it was one line explanation, which went very close to the actual poem. But
Yes,
sometimes when you have a lot of heavy words in a poem like this, I think for a person, non-poetic person like me, we need more explanation.
hmm. Yes.
So this was easier for me to understand. But this is just my personal uh,
Hmm.
uh, reflection on this.
Um, yeah, for me, I have to, in the moment, go, I think, more in translation to get the real understanding.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah, you will need the help in. You need to translate it into. I can wait. We can try that as well. Maybe if.
okay. Yeah, not so simple. So-
Yeah, this is little, yeah, these two lines are little heavy.
I will say it's really not so simple.
That's
That
true.
lines to really get the understanding what he really wanted to share, and then to summarize it. Yeah, then it gets more complicated. So,
Yes, yes.
um, but I can understand that formulation. Yeah.
Is there any way we can study the lines separately? If that is the possibility, I don't know if it can be done in the
Of course, no,
software.
it's quite simple because I have only to find another word which is not there, and then
Maybe a spirit. Spirit is not there. So only the first line has spirit.
yeah.
And now we can, okay.
But I think then in that case he give the explanation of that let's say first sentence.
Only that particular line.
Yeah. Mhm. I
Okay.
think there is nothing wrong about it. My feeling.
Yeah, yeah. So which one do you prefer? Or do we need to adjust the temperature, or is there any way we can just set it up to
Yeah,
certain
yeah.
particular range, or we can recommend a range in which the temperature can be so that we can go closer to the meaning, but also not so hard, like one line explanation, maybe. Because if some lines are simple, some
Hmm.
lines are really, really big, like this one, and it
Yes.
requires more explanation.
Um, I, so in the moment, I see not a huge difference, no, for me
I understand.
between the one and the other one
Yeah.
in that
But if
for that sentence. Uh,
but
what
if we
kind?
keep it two, I think it's way more creative, right? So
Yeah,
maybe
I
one
think
was
by two then it a little bit disappears.
hmm,
1 second.
it becomes more poetic.
Yeah. So he likes, the AI likes also poetic. Yeah.
It's more like a poetry. I think one is a good balance. If we keep the temperature one,
Yeah,
I
I have
agree
also
with
so
you.
my feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we can now try, um, I can change this text.
Okay.
And I
Yes,
can
yes.
say, for example, summary um, of the meaning of 3-hour window. So especially when I do translation, I like that to put this is inside. Then that he should take the summary how 3-hour window would do it, for example.
Right.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think it's much better.
It's more clear, no, isn't it?
It's more clear. It's more clear now. Yes. The cosmos is portrayed as an immense, inert, and unconscious void. Within this vast emptiness, a physical realm drifts, appearing abandoned and plunged into a state of unthinking existence. This world has become oblivious to its intrinsic
Sick.
self and its destined purpose. I think it's much more clearer.
Yeah,
More clearer. Yes.
that's
More
interesting, no?
clearer. That's very interesting. So basically, everything relies on the instruction that we are giving
Yes,
to AI at this moment. And so if we add here some terms like mathematical meaning or meaning from what is the quantum physics phenomena or metaphysical meaning of these particular phrase, would the AI be able to generate summary specific to that particular knowledge domain? Should we
yes,
try that?
yeah, we can try
Okay.
that now, but then that the problem will start here. I like to explain it before, and then you will see it.
Okay.
Um, uh, so this is a sentence. Now the question is, has this sentence really something to do with mathematics or not?
Right.
And when you say, okay, of the meaning of mathematics, for example, then you force the AI to say something where perhaps is nothing.
Right.
That's more the problem. Now, when I'm saying the meaning of 3-hour window, so then you have the context all about a 3-hour window, and then
Right.
AI will explain it on the context of 3-hour window, which in that case makes sense, no? Because everything has the context of a 3-hour window, every line. But when you make it specific for mathematics, um, then the problem could start that he creates funny things.
Something out of nothing. Right. Right. So basically, we have to be extremely conscious about what information, what instruction we are giving them. But
Exactly.
let's say,
Yeah.
as a human, as a human if I can see the some mathematical meaning behind it. Not
Yes.
particularly in this line, but maybe some line of Sri Aurobindo. Like for example, when we were studying the first canto, the Symbol Dawn, and when
Yes.
Sri Aurobindo was explaining how the darkness was so prominent and how slowly the light, slipped in and uh, suddenly the cloak of the god, as if the cloak of the god is falling. So the dawn goddess came in
Yeah.
and she smiled at us. So for me, when I see this whole passage, as a person who has studied a little bit of mathematics, for me, it feels like the trigonometric functions, the periodic tables. If we study the circle of the
Yes.
trigonometry, as where we are taught that everything that lies on the x-axis is the cosine and the shadow of the angle of the line,
Yeah.
that the radius which is going around, you know, and the y-axis gives you the value of sine. So if we say sorry, the other way around. The x-axis is the sine and the y-axis is the cosine. So if we say the darkness, we start with the full proper darkness, very deep
Yes.
darkness, and then slowly, as we go in time, slowly the darkness, the shadow is slowly fading away, and the light is taking over. You know.
Yes.
Sorry, excuse me. So somewhere my mind relates that to trigonometry. But if I put this into AI, then maybe it might not work. It might give some funny meanings, right? Because it's a very metaphorical connection that I'm talking about. It's not
Yeah.
actual,
Exactly.
that's not how exactly math functions. But
Yeah.
these are the reflections, the mathematical reflections that I see in the lines of Savitri.
Mm. So what we can do also later is this use this function. And there I can then select out of the count of one which line has a relation to mathematics from
Okay,
the AI idea. But let's see now what he summarize on a
sure,
mathematical sense. No?
sure. Oh, you did change the instruction. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
wonderful. Okay, let's see.
So-
I'm just curious.
Now I see it takes a little bit more time.
Yeah.
So,
At least now we will know if AI is saying some funny things, right? As people who have studied this. Mm.
that's true.
Okay, not so funny actually. It's well within its reason and it's well within its limits. So they have just used terms like physical entity undergoes rotational motion within an immense formless continuum. Uh,
Yes.
I think it's very much well within the reason. It didn't go
No,
funny that like
yeah,
as much
it makes
as
no
I thought.
funny. Yeah, right.
The critical state described is the entity's unawareness of its intrinsic essence of fundamental purpose, thereby depicting a configuration of isolated activity within a vast inner domain disconnected from its inherent potential. Okay. Not
Yeah,
not not so bad. I thought something else, like it will give some very funny uh,
equation.
mathematical equations, but it didn't do that. I think I like that about it.
But we can try what happens, a summary of with equations of mathematics.
Okay.
Now let's see. So because now here, okay.
Mm,
So
there it is. Oh,
based on the text, the underlying concept can be summarized as follow: vastness,
vastness
absence
is
of
equal to
mind, life,
absolute.
form, and soul.
Okay. Materiality is the materiality exists as an abandoned moving entity within vastness. So materiality is a set of, so that sign is a subset of
Yes,
vastness.
of
And
vastness.
this,
Yes.
yeah, and the state, materiality state is amnesia. Amnesia is equal to materiality, which is not, and the essence is not part of the set materiality. The state of amnesia is equivalent to materiality, forgetting its inherent essence. Okay, very clever actually. It kind of included sets, concept of sets into it.
Yes.
So, okay, very interesting. Very interesting. I wouldn't have gone that far. As a, for some reason, my camera is adjusting, so sorry for the movement.
No problem.
Because the place has changed and the system is new. It's a very different system. And I've just shifted from my home from one place to another in the country.
I see.
So, okay, I
Um,
think it's. What do you feel? I want to hear your thoughts.
um, no, now you see, I understand much more the algorithms behind AI. No.
Right.
And in the end, it's a what we in the moment are doing is you have one language, and now we transferring that language in another language.
Yes.
So it's the language of equations
Hmm.
like that. Um, Unfortunately, so there comes not more sense out of it. But of the other hand, we not saying there is something wrong. But now when I read that formulas, I not get the beautiful lines, let's say.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. Now, in the sense of mathematic, or in the meaning of mathematic, then it's more the language of mathematics to describes that line, my
Mhm.
feeling. But when we put it in the meaning of 3 hour window, then suddenly more clarity comes out.
That's true. That's
That
true.
that that what
That's
I
true.
found. That that one much can get much more easier. What is the meaning of that sentence?
Right. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I think, um, so for example, if I have to see from the, uh, if mathematics becomes a very general term. Like, for example, if I want to study Savitri from the point of view of mathematics, maybe it's best if I find a particular domain in mathematics in which I would like to study, and maybe I can give those instructions to AI to validate, not to find, because that it requires me to have the understanding of that particular domain. If I have studied, let's say, algebraic equations or algebraic equalities or inequalities, and I'm expert in that particular field, and if I give that particular instruction to AI, maybe it will be able to map certain the meaning or the summary from the point of view of that. So
Exactly.
this is what I feel could be, but it's very important for a person who is giving that instruction to have the knowledge of that particular field. Then it's very much possible to study the lines of Savitri from that particular point of view.
Yes. Um, for example, now what I said to you, um, when I say, okay, now look for mathematics in Canto 1, then he found these two lines where he sees a connection, or where the AI um, see a connection to mathematics.
Yes, yes. So basically, it is picking up the words which are like zero or infinity, which come from mathematics. So it's, yeah, that could be one way of looking at it.
Of course, it's not only the word, I guess. It's what could be as a mathematical description. So I think that then the algorithm will find it. But what you not find, and that's what you are finding, it's the picture of mathematics, or
Yeah,
what could be behind that picture.
right,
I
right.
think that there it gets tricky, but then again, one has to prompt a little bit different. No?
Absolutely.
Uh,
What I'm trying to, I mean, for my individual purpose, what I'm trying to do by studying Savitri is I want to try and find if we can push the boundaries of the knowledge domain. You know,
yeah,
there is a certain boundary to the entire knowledge domain, and I feel that with the study of Savitri, if we can push we can start with certain particular domain of knowledge that we are acquainted with. Like I'm okay with mathematics, I understand mathematics, and I kind of feel comfortable in that. Or metaphysics could be another branch,
yes,
which or or space science. There is a knowledge domain somewhere we stop, and by studying Savitri, can we push the boundaries and can we find something a little bit beyond what we know? That is the
mhm,
attempt that I'm trying to do. So of course we cannot totally be dependent on AI for this. This is something it's a very vast, because AI is still the it's limited within the knowledge domain. What we know is what AI knows. AI has, I don't know, in my knowledge, it has, maybe it has gone beyond, but I don't know. Please correct me if I'm
and now
wrong on
in that way, I think I can correct you because um, um, the AI, it's an algorithm on let's say mathematical probability, and it takes a text and it calculates out probability which are related to, let's say, to our understanding what is mathematics. So and then he find out, okay, there when I calculate this sentence has the highest probability, and therefore he select that sentence. But of course, there are other sentences which has a lower probability, but then he put also a threshold behind, and where I say now this sentence not only that sentence. But in the end, it's a mathematical function. And therefore, I will not say that it's limited to the knowledge, no, of our, because uh, you cannot, when you think about um, not Wittgenstein, but a mathematical person who found out that we have not closed systems. So therefore, in that closed systems, um, if there are not closed systems, that means also the AI is not a closed system. So you can always get something new out of it, as we are also doing.
very true. Yes,
So
yes, it's
therefore,
possible.
I not believe that the AI is something which is limited in that way of our knowledge. Um, but we have to work on a right way. Otherwise, we get all the same. Because when we ask the same as what we want to know, then we get the same out of it.
Very interesting. Yeah, I think that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's only
absolutely.
that my.
I think, yeah, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Thank you for that. Yes. So,
No, but
before,
yeah.
yeah, you wanted to say something. So please,
Yeah, now let's say, let's see what is here the meaning of that.
okay. I feel it went a little bit more creative in this. Not so much of mathematics, I would say. Uh,
Yeah,
there was a lot of heavy words.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's not so. Uh, yeah. Also, my feeling it takes not. Uh, uh, I think that there could be a stronger relation to mathematics in that summary.
Yeah. So,
And
for me, when I see a fathomless zero occupied the world, it reminds me of I was reading some so I was reading Prashna Upanishad, Sri Aurobindo's commentary on Prashna Upanishad, and just the beginning of it. And
yes.
in that, he mentions that at the beginning of the cycle, so basically at the end of the cycle, uh, he explains that there is a rishi who
Hmm.
decides and who aspires to become a Brahma for the next cycle, or Prajapati, who will start everything,
Hmm.
you know. So basically, he makes a sacrifice in order to be able to anchor the beginning of the new world.
Yes.
And when the new world begins, it begins from the silence. It begins from the void because everything
Yes.
goes to darkness. And this fathomless zero occupying the world, this is the rishi who is the Brahma or the Brahman or the Prajapati for the new world.
Mm.
Just before he creates, so then the first thing he creates out of himself is the sun and the moon, the eater and to be eaten. So the sun
Yes.
is the eater and the spirit or the light, which feeds on the matter or something that can be eaten. And then the manifestation begins. So this stage for me, a fathomless zero occupied the world. This is the rishi who aspired in the last cycle to be the Prajapati, to be the anchor, who be through whom, through whose knowledge and through whose sacrifice the new world will begin. So
Mm.
that's what this meaning came for me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
connect it to the Prashna Upanishad, Sri Aurobindo's commentary on Prashna Upanishad, which was very interesting for me
Mm.
when I saw that. Not much of a mathematical, but it also, see, if we see it from a scientific point of view, there can be a lot of exploration that can be done on this.
Yeah.
This is all metaphor, but of course, there are some seeds of beginning at the creation of the world. There are some seeds which are absolutely sown at the end of cycle. If we go with that theory, then there is a lot
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
that can
Yeah.
be explored. So
Yeah. And of course, here we have this contradiction, no?
yeah,
um, inside, and then that we cannot find in that description, no?
yes,
And I think, yeah, then
that's
you see that there is the limitation because it's one sentence which has a enormous background. But let's
Yes.
see what when we change this, what happens.
See here, the line here, this fundamental emptiness then gives way to the emergence of an ultimate consciousness at the core of boundless infinitude, revealing transcendent dimensions of being. It reflects somewhat what he commented in Prashna Upanishad, what I just explained.
Yeah,
But unless you have that reading or understanding, then again this line will have a very deeper meaning. It will resonate with you more.
yes,
you
yes,
know
yes,
but if
exactly.
one is dependent only on the AI generated summary, then you have a very limited spectrum of understanding, is what I'm
Yes,
trying to share.
yeah, that's true. Okay, now let's see what it says, this description. Hmm. When I changed it back to Sri Aurobindo.
Okay. Hmm. We can add, if we want, we can add the particular like Sri Aurobindo's commentary on Prashna Upanishad or something. We can also give it a try like that, or how
Yeah,
we can connect it. That could be a possibility. But this is again we are experimenting with the.
yeah, exactly. So, um, the question is, okay, what is our idea and what we want to build up?
Yes,
Um,
yes,
and
yes,
then we see, okay, we can easily change something and then we get something different.
yes.
So,
No,
um, yeah, in that case, still also here my feeling it makes it very clear
right.
um, the description of that.
Yes, yes. So I wanted to ask now, because
Yes.
I don't have the this way, the AI setting and the instruction. So is there any way I can, how do I experiment with that? Will you share the updated link with
No,
me
no,
or
I will
how?
integrate this functionality
Into
um,
that?
into the app.
Okay.
Um, and
So the old
then,
link that you gave me, I'll be able to access it if you update it. I don't have to
yeah,
have a. Okay, perfect.
I think that should be the easiest way. And then that one way how we can do it, or what I can also do, I can share this. Perhaps let us do like that. Then it's easier. Then I share only that one with you. And
Okay,
then
okay,
we can work on that. And the other one, because now you also send it out to other people. Yeah, that the possibility. Um, I think for me it's easier to share another link. So I will send it to you another
okay.
link uh,
No problem.
because
Okay,
that
no problem. I
goes
can
easy.
update.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
And,
I
and
can
then
update.
you can try also by yourself. Um, but I think now when we summarize what we got for experience, um, it looks not like that the AI writes, let's say, completely funny stuff out of the sentence, or that there is so huge mistakes. Um, uh, of course, because we have this written here inside that it should focus on that text only. Uh, but the understanding of summary gets more easy if we use this the meaning of Sri Aurobindo.
Yes, Yes,
I think that's what I found out here.
I think, yeah, same for me, same for me. It was very close to it was much more authentic when we put the keyword or from the perspective of meaning, the meaning should be explored from the perspective of Sri Aurobindo. I think it
Yeah.
very close to the authentic meaning of the text, which was. So it's important to use certain words in the instructions. And mm, yeah, I think it was a good uh,
So
exploration, I would say,
yeah,
in last 1 hour. Yeah, we made a lot of progress.
that's good. So-
That's true. That's true.
And
That's true.
so now the let's say the overall idea, for example, let's do that again. When I select Earth, now we have only this in Canto 1, and when I start this summary,
Mm.
then of course we get all the lines. What?
And it generates the combined summary.
Yeah, then it's a combined summary of all the lines. Uh, I don't know. I think he used every one because this is a different one as this one. I know it's the same.
Yeah. Okay. I see the
Yeah. Now
uncommon words.
I did one mistake. Um,
Okay.
because you see there are more than one page, or
Yeah.
in one page there are more than one line,
Mm-hmm.
and then he not find that other line. So he will take only the first one.
Okay. Oh, he took only the 29th one.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so in that
Mm.
case, I have to change this a little bit. Um, 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 uh, because page is not a good how call this recognizer, because you have more than one in one page. So
Okay.
I have to
Yeah.
use the idea. So because every line has an idea, and then it's better to put the idea
The
inside
ID. Okay.
the
Okay.
ID. So, but
Okay.
anyway,
Okay.
now we have a description of what is Earth in Canto 1. Now let's
Mm.
see if this makes sense for us.
I won't be able to say for sure. I mean, I'm not that it's not the closer meaning, but I think it's little bit. I think it requires a bit more time for me to kind of see if it actually goes closer to the meaning because I haven't still uh, gone through the whole Canto 1. I don't know
Yeah.
what happens after Savitri wakes up. So I think for me, I will say that at this moment, I won't know the answer. Maybe somebody who has studied the entire Canto should be able to answer for this one. Uh, but I'm not there yet. I can definitely say for the first paragraph, uh,
Yes.
page 26. I think this it goes close to what I understood by the lines. It goes really close.
Mm,
But as I said, as we said, the earth where Sri Aurobindo says the earth doesn't represent only the physical planet Earth, but
mhm,
he's talking about the unconscious matter.
mhm,
So the meaning goes well beyond the planet Earth. And if we see from that particular point of view,
mhm,
then it seems very relevant. But I think it would be best if maybe somebody who is an expert, maybe Helmut or Dhanalakshmi, can take a look at
mhm.
it. It would be they would be able to give much more uh, um,
Yeah. Uh,
precise input on this.
yeah, I think that could be would be interesting. Yeah, what they are in that moment thinking.
Yeah.
Mm.
What I can do is, if you can share the updated app link, I will
Yeah.
create this I will generate this summary. I can follow it up with Helmut and Dhanalakshmi, and maybe I can take the opinion. And I can communicate with you on this in
Mhm.
next few weeks,
Yeah.
and maybe yeah, we can definitely try to see what they think about it, and maybe
Yeah.
know within some time. So for the next session, would you
Mhm.
like to continue with the earth, or should we go with some new words? Like you choose. What do we do next?
I think next session would be could be then also to think about if we're not limited to Canto 1, we can go
Yeah.
to Canto 2 and see, okay,
Okay.
what is there, the, the words of Earth.
Okay.
And because I still like the idea to make a
Yeah.
summary of all cantos, only of the word Earth. And then see, for example, when I change this one, um, what, what is the meaning changing?
Okay. Sure. We can try that next week for sure.
I have to um, change again and then see, okay, what comes in addition. No?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So in that canto.
Sure. We can try in Canto 2 next time when we
Yeah.
meet. Okay. Thank you so much for
Yes.
taking me through this journey today. It was wonderful. I think it's a wonderful ground to start with. Very, very interesting for people who are looking to do research in Savitri. So I think we should develop this app more. And if once it's perfect and authentic, once it's validated by everybody, I think we should open it to the public, and they should
Yeah.
uh, use it. So
That's also my interest because you see it opens the knowledge from Sri Aurobindo and that's
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely wonderful. So with that note, I don't want to take too much of your time. I think we are already over 1 hour, and I'm sure you're just starting the day.
Okay.
So I just want to thank you for your time today, and
Yes.
I'll
You're
see you
welcome.
next in fortnight.
Yes. Okay, then see you.
Thank you. See
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye bye.